was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Trask. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving. And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand-new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a three-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
Throwing again on second down. Trask. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And, CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Lions 7, Bears 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Trask. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Trask now. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Levi Onwuzurike in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's Trask. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
A free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Bears! Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have broken the tie. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Trash throw taken in by Hockenson here.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3rd and short yardage, Trask.
This pass complete to Reynolds.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll roll him out right. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First down, Trask. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And going back to the air with Trask. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A beautiful fake. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trask. Steps away to his left. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Gary and Conlon. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st down, Fields.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Running is Swift, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They'll try and run here with Swift. Swift's got the first down and then some.
And finally taken down at the 30-yard line.
74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Here's Trask.
They shakes him off.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 now. Trask to throw it.
This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Here's Swift.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
One more time with Swift.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Trask.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Room here to run. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Fields. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Khalif Raymond now. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
On 2nd and 9, Trask. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Trask. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Trask. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that.
Again, it's Trask. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner by the time he looked at it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to beat.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10. Setting to throw. Here's Trask. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Trask. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, 28 yards. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On 1st down, it's Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 43-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. 2nd and 5 now. Fields eluding the pressure right. There's Robinson, breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back to throw. The connection made, it's Graham. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's back to throw.
St. Brown on the catch.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. They'll look to throw.
Throw caught by Raymond.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Play action now. Trask. He'll get this off to Swift.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Trask now off the play fake.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through